Hey everybody, and welcome back to the chillest Let's Play on YouTube. It's the Sadie Sunlit Valley, so take some time, relax, enjoy yourself, just take a load off, alright? If it's before bed, if you're just watching this while you're doing work, just try to enjoy yourself a little bit. Last episode, we hit the mines, if I do remember, and we got some crops already to harvest. Some lettuce, tomatoes, let's not eat them. Ooh, a rotten tomato, nasty. We hit the mines. I think we did good enough in the mines. It wasn't super successful, but I think we can take it. That'll be alright. I would like to put sprinklers here in those things. I think that's what I'm going to try to craft if I have enough iron and such. But as always, guys, thank you so much for your support on the latest videos. Really means a lot. You guys are leaving a lot of great comments talking about how you like watching the videos, doing this or that. So I really appreciate that, seriously. We don't need this tomato though. Giving tips, whether you like what you like or dislike, everything in between. So I hope everybody's having a great day. Okay, so how many sprinklers do I actually need? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're off to a great start, already making jokes like that. Okay, but I'm going to need 6, which means I'm going to need 12 iron blocks, which is actually a lot of iron, so we truly might not have enough. We do have quite a few coins and a quest or two to claim. Farm building, preserves jar, pepper preserves. I think we ought to sell that. Don't know what that sound was. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I just had a sound happen on my PC. Hopefully y'all didn't really hear that truthfully, because that's annoying. I have fire crystals though, no? What happened in the mines last episode, guys? It's been a week, I'm not gonna lie, it has been a week. Oh, we can claim these actually. Mushrooms and some sap. Not bad, some decent money there. We'll just sell those though. I mean, mushrooms can do a couple things. I mean, dehydrate, we're not going to get to that till later, but we'll just sell those. We will keep the sap, that's actually pretty useful. Am I tripping? Or I didn't get any... I guess I actually don't need that to make these sprinklers though, but... Let's just see, 2. Okay, well, we'll make... Is this really the only iron? Oh, yeah. I'm dumb. This is where we put all the stuff. Okay, I could make one more. Yeah, we might as well just make 2 sprinklers. We'll probably have to mine again, or at least sell some stuff. I forgot I put all my stuff in here. Like a dingus, guys. Like a freaking dingus. Let me eat this pickle dish, actually. Pickle dish. I do love pickles, guys. You guys fans of pickles? Okay, did not mean to place that there. So you'll see it's raining, right? Which actually automatically hydrates the crops. Makes their lives a little easier. Some lychees to harvest. And hopefully progress decently. Oh, we did get a gold lychee. Hopefully progress decently. I'm not quite sure what we want to do. I had made a preserves jar, if I remember correctly. Just gonna sell these for now, actually. Or do you guys think I need them? Not quite sure. So we made the preserves jar. I definitely want to get the farmers up. Farmers and the villager farmer, you know what I mean? Because we need quite a bit of those. So we do have, what are we making here? Salmon berry. Okay, that's good. A couple days on that. And I definitely want to expand our villagers. To which we'll need a composter. Oops. That's not a crafting table, is it? We'll need a composter. But I hope everybody is having a great day. Like I said, really appreciate you guys leaving comments, likes. We almost get more comments than likes, which is kind of hilarious, but obviously that includes me responding to people and stuff. But, I really appreciate that. you guys looking out. This is not the best strategy, I'll just be honest. Like, I don't know if I want to put another villager right here. Afraid this looks like garbage, but it's alright. We'll put more on this floor too. Like, I think we'll just move that stuff and put more villagers. I do want some stairs. And do I have any more villager spawn eggs? Oh, there you go. Actually gives you one. Also, the fertilizer, very useful. Kind of helps with crops. Honeycomb and pine tar. In my opinion, you don't really need the basic fertilizer because you can kind of skip that one. Given the fact it doesn't give you like a ton of stuff. But with this guy, you can actually just trade him. Money for fertilizer, so quality decreases the time. I think we're going to want the time for sure. Let's just take 8. Might as well. That'll also help us complete a little quest. We can take bountiful. Hydrating fertilizer is nice, but you can't stack fertilizers. If you've never used fertilizer, you'll see what I mean. So you can place the fertilizer here, right? And it'll help grow it. And it kind of replaces like these particles on the farmland, but you can't stack fertilizers, like I said. So the hydrating one will make it so we don't have to water it as much, but I think that's kind of it. Definitely useful. Fertilizers are definitely useful, without a doubt. Oh, we did get bountiful fertilizer. I'm thinking we put that on our cabbage, actually. Or our cauliflower. This should actually get us quite a bit of money and stuff like that. It's pretty decent. We definitely need some farm animals, 100%. I think maybe that's a good direction to go in. Because we're just waiting for our tars. And then we can kind of do these bundle things and go to the nether. But I definitely think getting a shepherd going is ideal. And to which that, we're going to need a loom, which is string, or a wool. Wool and planks. Well, let's get this just to keep it uniform, huh? Keep it uniform. Do we have wool? Of course not. Let's just make regular. We didn't make regular shears, did we? No. We're definitely gonna need more iron, but what are you gonna do? I also talked about getting the. Oh, there you go. Well, there's our oak resin. I guess I missed that exclamation mark. Oops. I also talked about getting the storage system up, which will be very helpful. Let's just toss that in there for now. That's going to get us a brass coin. It's going to get us a beer. 1 beer, please. Not too bad. What else can we claim? Villagers, a zinc coin. So we do need a lot more money. Tell you what. Where do you think the farm animals should go? We definitely could. Ooh. Ooh, hold on. I see a balloon box. Do I have anything to shoot that down with? Might as well make a bow. Also, we do have 11 string. We can actually just make wool with that, but I'm trying to kind of save money. You know what I mean? Balloon box. Boom. Would you look at that? Some fertilizer and some red jungle grape seeds. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Munch a potato. So some zinc coins, some bountiful fertilizer. We should be able to finish up the cauliflower, which is nice. Just might as well just give cauliflower. You know, who doesn't like cauliflower? Most people, but that's alright. Literally most people, but that's okay. Then we got the red grape seeds and a bunch of sticks. and such. And we even have wheat. But we should make a little pen for our animals, shouldn't we? In which case, I'm actually going to take a lot of twigs, because those just make sticks. So let's do this, and one of these. Definitely feel like we could put it over here. I wasn't quite sure what we had in mind. I hadn't planned all this out. I'll be completely honest with you guys on where I was going to build stuff. You know what I mean? But I think that'd be good. What the heck is that? You guys see that thing? In the water? What the heck? I think right here's a good spot. You can always move the animals really easy in this mod pack, which is quite nice. And let's just get my fence gates out. Now you actually don't want to make it too small. This will be fine for now if we get 2 sheep, but you don't want to make it too small because they actually can get overcrowded and dissatisfied, if that makes sense. So definitely keep that in mind. Now it is nighttime. Maybe I just sleep. I'll have better luck finding sheep. I don't know. I feel like there should be some, but y'all know how it be finding them. Chestnut log. Yeah, I think I'll just sleep. I'll just do... Oh, I don't have a sleeping bag yet. Oops. I'll be forgetting what I have and what I don't have, given all my Let's Plays I'm doing of this mod pack specifically. Like, I was playing it... what was I first playing it on? Or just by myself originally when I was like testing out the mod pack, and I was like, wow, this mod pack's awesome. So then I started with my girlfriend, which we had a lot of fun. I think I've talked about it before, but I just made worlds here and there. I got this world, and we do have movement speed. Do we have any other? Nice. Okay. I'm going to destroy that. Now, you also might have noticed that I don't have my usual skin on. It's actually because I don't have internet. I have internet here and there, but essentially I have this problem with my PC. I'm not sure if I've talked about it before, but I have this problem with my PC where I just lose internet randomly, so that's what's kind of stopped me from streaming and such. Wow, look at that view. Kind of sad, but, you know, it is what it is. Our preserve jars weren't down, were they? Someone did say that I should have made a barn. I will make a barn. That definitely is, like, better. Making a barn is definitely better for that kind of stuff. But I figured, you know, might as well stick to the aesthetic of a house, like, first. It definitely, barns are more suitable for collecting resources and stuff, you know, and it's got more space. But that's okay. For now, I sit here and I water my crops and hope everybody has a relaxing time. We can harvest our strawberries. That's quite nice. Can we harvest our flax? Not quite. Flax does turn to string, so actually quite useful there. We'll get our lychees while we're at it. Don't eat them. I am wondering, lychees are only 16. You could make lychee candy, which is interesting. Or you can preserve them, or you can make lychee cocktail, which will definitely be something we do at some point. But for now, I'm just going to sell them. I will keep the strawberries, though. Try to organize slightly. I know I'm not ever organized, am I? But what are you gonna do? Okay, I would love to get a sheep. That is my main goal. Get a sheep. Sap and oh, pine tar's not ready. Hope y'all didn't hear that. Maple syrup though. We got maple syrup. That is 192. You can make a beehive with that, so maybe we keep it around. You can also make some stuff for butterflies. I feel like maple syrup's probably good enough to keep for the time being. I would like to just find like an influx of hay bales or something and just sell a ton. Maybe adventuring is kind of our play while we find a sheep. Because, you know, oftentimes adventuring start of the game, you know, very important. You can like the ambient sounds. Somebody said they didn't like the way the trees look. I kind of agree with that, but it's just something with the shaders. Let's see, I'm trying to think about what other people said, left comments. Also, the quality. Let me know if the quality is bad. I thought I set it to the highest I could as far as recording and stuff like that, but some people are saying that on mobile it doesn't look great. So let me know. Like, there's also sometimes when you watch the video too early, it's not fully like realized in HD, if that makes sense. So keep that in mind for you guys that potentially have post notifications on. But I've actually been trying to schedule the video for like a little later at night, kind of to fit the whole vibe of like watching it before bed. Okay, what is going on? I'm looking at the map and I see all these like friendly mobs, but I guess they are not sheep or deer, or they are deer, they're fish, so they're kind of throwing me off. Now, I know I could spot... Whoa! A hedgehog! Oh, we gotta take this guy. Can you harvest hedgehogs? Like, what do they give you? I have no idea. I have no idea. But I am taking this hedgehog. No questions asked. This hedgehog's mine. This kind of is like a sus point of view, I'm not gonna lie, where the hedgehog takes it up, but I'm just grabbing it. Oh, I'm grabbing it by the spikes. Oh. Maybe I'll make its own pen. I had that original pen to be for sheep, but, you know, hedgehogs need love too. I've actually yet to see a hedgehog, so I think that's pretty cool. I'll just add a little side cage and see what happens. I'm seeing something on my map as well. Oh, watering trader. Let's see what he has. 4 gold coins. This actually could be helpful. I don't know if I want to spend my gold coins, but that would help level up my stuff. He also has a gramophone. Mining lead ore no longer causes brain damage. That's huge for when you get to the skull cavern, but we're not quite at the skull cavern levels yet. I suppose I probably should have went to this field over here. This beautiful field, rather than go into the forest, because I feel like sheep are more common here. To sheep, cows, if I could find a flamingo, that would be amazing. Odds are low. Odds are definitely low. But depending on how long this episode is, we might even get some fishing in there. I believe I haven't really showcased the fishing, but it does help when you get a little money to start the fishing, because you can kind of just like crank out the good upgrades really fast. Okay, squirrels, ferrets. Okay, I don't think ferrets give you milk or nothing. Okay, chickens. Like, I'm not opposed to having chickens, but just to be honest, they're not the best. There's just a lot of better options, so I'm actually just gonna take his soul real quick. But there's just a lot better options. Like, if you get flamingos or ducks even, or swans, like, their eggs are just worth a lot more. Turkeys, you know, so it's almost not entirely worth to do chickens. Now, you can craft a lot of recipes with eggs, so kind of just depends what you got, what you want in specific. These are worth 24. I guess it's not worth it to take them. We found a rose. Okay, there seems to be a bunch of animals by this pond. Okay, it's also... Okay, I do see a cow. A duck. See, ducks, gooses, you know. These are kind of better. I will yoink this cow, actually. Well, let me get these berries. I'm gonna yoink the cow. And I'm gonna take that. Where's my waypoint? It's back here. There it is. I do like you can go through leaves, because I feel like it's kind of annoying when you can't go through leaves. Let's see. Sorry guys, I get distracted. I can't not take it, okay? But, in exciting news for this mod pack especially, the guy who made this mod pack, you know, he goes by Chackle. I've talked about him a little bit, but makes a lot of great mods, and he's recently been making kind of like an addition to this that has Cobblemon. So if you ever use Cobblemon, right, uses Pokemon in Minecraft. Okay, pretty cool. I like it. I like Cobblemon a lot. Some people prefer Pixelmon. I liked Pixelmon way back in the day, but I now prefer Cobblemon because I like the way Cobblemon looks. In terms of, is that birds? Y'all hear that? That sounded horrible. I like the way the Cobblemon look as opposed to Pixelmon. I think Pixelmon is just a little too HD, but regardless. Oh, okay. Look, there's a woolly sheep. Guess we'll take one of those. Sorry, I almost lost my train of thought. But what I was saying is the Cobblemon, he added Cobblemon to Society Sunlit Valley, and the Cobblemon can actually do tasks for you. So he made like a custom mod where, like, basically like Pow World. If you've ever played Pow World, very similar. Very similar. What does this have? 3, so 4. Yeah, we'll need a few more of those. But very similar to Pow World in the fact that they can actually do tasks for you. If you never played Pow World, it's like kind of Pokemon that you can, you know, use for tasks and stuff like that. Kind of crazy concept, to be honest, but also really neat. And so you use the Pokemon tasks, they can farm, they can craft stuff, bunch of cool stuff like that. So really cool integration when it comes to Cobblemon in this kind of mod pack. Like, I think that's really sweet, and I was testing it out a little bit. I didn't get far enough. I was just playing with my buddy. I didn't get far enough to get to that stage where we were using a bunch of Cobblemon. But I love Cobblemon. I love catching them, stuff like that. I think it's just awesome. So, like, I think you really can't go wrong. We might as well just make, like, a bunch more. You know what I mean? Bunch more spots for animals, because we definitely want pigs. Okay, I think that's good enough. We definitely want pigs. I'd love to go find that woolly sheep. I don't really know why I totally neglected that guy. I should have sheared him at least. He might have regrown. Because the wool that they drop should be the same thing, really. Nice. Pick up the sheep, sniff its butt, and move onward to put it in its pen. Now, I have one name tag. I can make more name tags or buy them, I believe. So, let me know what I should name these animals, guys. How about top comment gets to name any of them? You'd probably want to name the hedgehog, I'd imagine, but you could name the hedgehog, the cow, the sheep, any in which you'd like. All you. Okay, so we made the loom, which should give us another villager mat, and then animal feed, which we can buy. But I'm gonna come up here and go like this. Because we should be able to... We'll get more villagers up here, guys, but this will get us the shepherd, right? Come on, buddy. There we go. See, look, we can buy name tags. We can get the farmer's almanac. We can buy a feeding trough. How do you... Okay, we do need to buy a feeding trough, so sadly that's like most of our money, but I think it's worth it. The diamond lasso. Is that new? I actually don't remember that being in the game, but maybe I'm just dumb. Super useful. Milk pail. We will get one of those because that'll get us harvesting milk. Magic shears, we can't quite afford that. But I will buy another sheep and another cow. The pigs and goats are really good, but we can't quite get those yet. So I'll just buy a bit of animal feed. Because I can actually make more animal feed with this. But I think this should give us some. Okay, lettuce seeds. Yeah, bunch of animal feed. Another feeding trough, which is nice. Name tag. Okay, so we'll have plenty when it comes to that. So just for symmetry purposes, I'm going to do this. But these do a 13 by 13 area, so this will feed all of these people, no problem. And actually allow us to milk them. So you can see, we got milk. You can use this milk to make a bunch of different stuff that we'll see in a second. But, name tags. Name tags, money. We can name animals, so you guys leave a comment. I don't know if we'll do one each episode, or... I don't know. If you have a really good name, just drop it in the comments. Top comment, definitely get it. I also realized that these are different sheep, so I actually can't breed those guys, which kind of sucks. But I will slap this guy with a candied one, just so he, you know, gets more affection. But the way the affection works, right, you right click it, you see this one should already have a heart. The more hearts you get, the better items you get from them. So it ends up being quite useful. So we have a ton of name tags. 2 strawberry milkshakes. Magic shears. A milk. I'm just going to trash the milk. That. Take the skeleton skull. Just put it up there as a daily reminder of our nightmares. You can make a cheese press, which we actually should be able to make one of those. Fire logs. As I dump everything back into here. How many fire logs do we need? 5? 5, and then a pine tar and a... We have maple syrup. Okay, we don't quite have pine tar yet. We should get it next one, though. And one of these. So I'm going to sleep. And get ready for the next day. We should have some preserves to harvest. We should have a lot of good stuff to harvest. We should sell for quite a decent amount of money. 2,400. Not bad. We got these. As you can see, these are worth 728 total, which is pretty decent. Nothing crazy, but you know, not bad. We'll now water these plants. This is the only slightly tedious task that I don't love doing, but you know, once you get all the sprinklers, you should be good. And we could upgrade to gold sprinklers and stuff. This is definitely not by any means like a one-stop shop guide to this mod pack. I'm trying to explain everything best I can, but you know, definitely make your own assumptions. And if you want to look up like #1 fastest way to make money, yeah, this is probably not your place, but you know, I think we've made that fairly clear. We're getting a lot of lychees though, which is quite nice. Do I have that thing that gives me more? I might have already forgot if I have that that upgrade that gives me more. Nice. Let's just sell these and put those in there. So we're back to an iridium coin, which is not bad. So one lychee's 16, a tomato is 24, strawberries are 18, turnips are 36, so I think turnip jam is going to be our best bet. Because you kind of just want that bigger multiplier. There we go. We got our pine tar. And our... Am I tripping? I thought I just saw something there. We can also harvest these guys. You can milk sheep in this. So keep that in mind. Then for now, I'm going to shear them. But we will get the magic shears, which actually allow you to harvest their products without, like, you know, getting rid of them or something. And I will make the cheese press. Because we might as well. Boom. Artisan cheese press. We get a large milk for that. Eggs allow us to make mayonnaise, which actually is pretty valuable. Mayonnaise don't mess around. We'll keep this pine tar. Quite useful. Cheese press does exactly how you might imagine. It makes cheese. So we can put the large milk in there and the 2 turnips, which will get us some decent stuff. So we do have some decent money right now, actually. I will make a sleeping bag. How do you make a sleeping bag? This one, that's how you make it. Oh, you need the artisan cloth. Of course you do. So, to get the artisan cloth, we're going to need a loom, which we're going to need treated logs, which is essentially oak resin on one of those. Do we have extra oak resin? We do. So if you put oak resin on this, you get a treated log, which basically is going to unlock a lot more crafting recipes for us. I think we even get some extra through the quests. Right, so we can make press large fruits to get drinks and stuff like that, or we can get a canvas loom, which is what we want. As we need another 5 fire logs to make the canvas loom. Woo! Now this canvas loom takes, it does take 5 wool, I believe, but we'll put it in here for the sake of slowly moving everything over here. And that allow us, that actually only takes a day, but we'll get an artisan cloth from that. And an extra one. What's going to be really good for that is actually using that to make, turn the silk into, where's our silk? The silk into this merino wool, because 5 silk is only 640, but it's actually going to give us 4,096 from the merino wool, and it only takes a day, so not too shabby. You know what I mean? That is not too shabby at all. Now, I think our main goal is to really just stack some cheddar as the time passes, because who doesn't love stacking cheddar? Frozen geode, we actually can claim that. Farming storage we're going to need, and going to the nether. Of course, we will make a nether portal, but we're going to need diamonds. Now, I don't know how long this episode has been going on, to be quite frank. I don't want to go all the way back in the mines. I might mine off camera, just because I don't want to do too much repetitive stuff with this Let's Play. I mean, let me know, guys, if you'd rather have me make like a 40-minute episode, and I cut out 20 minutes of mining, or vice versa. I can, you know, kind of gladly do either. But 7 strawberries. Actually, we'll take this. Complete that. I mean, got some brass coins. Not bad at all. Like, 8 raw cod give me 1 gold coin is quite good. Cherries, strawberries, I don't have those things. I don't know how easy it'll be able to get raw cod, but stack our cheddar, because, you know what, can we make a phone? Because I'm kind of tired of doing that. The banker, the phone costs 2,000. We will definitely make a phone, which gives us access to everybody. So we have 4,000, which gets us only a 4K storage block. I mean, we need the crafting grid, you know? Like, we're not messing around here. Which probably why I had that one. Strawberry. Strawberry. Let me get a little water. My mouth gets so dry when I'm talking, y'all. But I feel like I haven't done a ton in this Let's Play. Let's definitely just shear these guys. Might as well. Check how they're doing. How you guys doing? You getting fed, buddy? Are you in range? Okay, he's in range. We're good. We're good. Making sure the hedgehog gets some love. I'm not sure if we can harvest the hedgehog for whatever, but I guess we might as well try. Leads me to think we definitely need diamonds in order to go to the nether. I do have a frozen geode, which I'll pick up to complete the quest. Because we get 8 slush, which if you just break this, basically this is just another way to get geodes. Or frozen tears. We actually got a frozen tear. That's not bad, because this gives you a snow pig. I thought that had more of a use. We'll just sell that. No real use for it, you know. Let's just make sure all the stuff we have in here is like semi-useful. Just gonna sell the wild ribwort. We don't need that. So we do want magic shears, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit for that. So I'm kind of just thought processing it in my head. You know what I mean? I would love to get some more diamonds, and I feel like we should kind of just go on a little adventure to potentially find a good cave or stack some cheese. Like if I could just find a giant pumpkin patch or something. Actually, let me think this through. Do I want to go this way? I guess I ought to go this way. I haven't explored it yet. Let's see what it's about, huh? Like, let's have a long video, you know what I mean? Like, why have a short video? There's another hedgehog. I feel obligated to take him so that our one has buddies. Y'all think that's a good idea? Yeah. Oh, there's another one. We ought to take him. Most of these animals, I think all the animals are farmable. Even, like, I had a pet snail that I named Gary in my other world, and, you know, he gave us goo. Literally, he gave us goo. Now, if I found a pig, that would be great. Definitely taking a pig if I find one. I love how this literally covers half my screen. Kind of hilarious. Oh. He's in there, right? Okay. They're definitely in there. Hope they move around. That looks kind of sad. But see ya. See ya, Gary. Oh, there's some bubbles. I always wonder what that was about. It actually is about to be night. I might as well just sleep, right? Might as well. It's only mid-spring, day 2. I gotta get this fixed as well. I need some acacia to block that up. What time does it become night? I don't even know. Maybe I should just travel at night. Like, what am I even doing? The night is still young. My bad, I forgot this is supposed to be a chill Let's Play of me just yapping and playing Minecraft. But I started singing. Now let's see here. I'm just trying to go through my life events, seeing if there's anything worthy of sharing. Really, I haven't done too much exciting things. Just been trying to make some content while working, you know. Of course, busy with either schedule. But if there's any content you guys want to see specifically, like, let me know. I did think about maybe doing 2 series on this channel. One where I can do maybe like Stone Block 4 just came out. I was thinking about maybe doing that because that's kind of a faster paced. Usually it's faster paced at least. I haven't done a ton of digging into that pack, but Usually it's faster paced and, tech, magic, those sort of things, rather than Society Sunlit Valley, as you guys know, is really chill. Like, really chill. And there's really not much else, like, going on except there's tech with, like, sort of create and stuff, but, not like mechanism sort of tech, which maybe people are also looking for. Like, I know people have their preferences. Everybody likes their own thing. So that's a solid 700 on that. Oh yeah, I got a, what was it, adventuring? +1 protection. Nice. Just doing a little farming. Not quite sure what deers get you. I guess they could get you venison. But I've yet to really farm those. It would be absolutely amazing if I could just find a flamingo. But I honestly don't know if those even spawn in nature. I honestly don't know. But yeah, like I was saying, maybe a Stoneblock 4 series or something like that, where I kind of do the tech tree more very linear fashion. Bison? Whoa! Whoa, he's aggressive? Are they all aggressive? Yo! Well, he dropped raw bison. When cooked is worth 96. It's really not a ton. See a bison, I'm not fighting them. Some sheep. Don't know if I really need to sacrifice them, as I get distracted with the 16,100,752 time. But you get my point. Maybe 2 series. I mean, really this series is only like once a week, but it's just, I do think it'd be easier. Those could be shorter episodes too, Also probably relaxing. I feel like everything I do is just not really that fast paced, so it's always like in a relaxing sort of genre. Like, I just realized I'm really not that kind of guy. Like, some of my shorts and fast content. Is this guy about to blow up? Am I tripping? Some of that content is like faster paced, but even then, like, I talk slower. I'm just yap. I'm just here to yap, sort of thing. Okay, this is a nice cave. I would just love, like, a couple diamonds. This is a very deep cave, so I actually have a lot of hope. Oh, no way. No way, already diamonds. And I got 2 from that. Please tell me there's another one, like, right around it. Dang. No other diamond, but that's a good sign. We do need iron while we're here, so I guess we might as well harvest some up. And we're still on that look for that geode, because I've been told they give you a lot of good stuff. Nothing in this cave. The night is still young. Again with the singing. That kind of reminds me. Ooh, that's definitely diamonds. Let me get these real quick. I actually, if you guys remember last video, and if you're still watching, you're just an OG. But if you remember last video, at a certain point I said, like, yo, comment pickle if you're watching this. Like this late or whatever into the video, and some of you guys said pickle, so respect. I almost forgot. I was like, why is this guy coming in pickle? And I was like, oh yeah, I asked them to comment pickle. Almost forgot that myself. Like, it's kind of crazy, but you guys are the real ones for knowing that. Maybe the next secret word is comment, like, comment hedgehog. Just hedgehog. I know that has some pertains a little bit to the episode, but I feel it's fitting. So people probably won't just comment randomly headshot, but before you comment, just leave a like and I'll be forever grateful. And for those of you that are like watching the whole video, like, y'all are some real ones, because that watch time is really helpful for me in terms of, you know, getting monetized and trying to make this my full-time job, because you need a certain amount of watch hours in order to get monetized, as I've probably said before. And we're slowly getting there. You know, more long-form videos are definitely going to help. You guys showed a ton of love on the first episode, like over 3,000 views, just crazy. I appreciate that. I really just don't need zinc right now, and then I know I'm just going to need zinc at some point and like regret it, but I do need iron, so I might as well get it while I'm here. The night is still young. Okay, it ends up just being some dead ends, kinda. Sort of tragic. This looks like an absolutely insane cave. I did get 6 diamonds, so honestly exactly what I was looking for. No, wait, iron ingot. So in that way, I really can't complain in the slightest, but you know me, guys. I always gotta complain about something. Mining, mining. Ooh, money. I recently, let's see. Just trying to think. I did get invited to play on kind of like a modded, like sort of like an SMP, but it's like they play a new modded server every like month or so. Really cool. With some other creators, so shout out them. I haven't really gotten to know them at all, so I don't really know who to shout out. But Cosmo is the one that invited me, so if you know who that is, Cosmonautic, I think she goes by, or they go by on YouTube. Apologize there, I meant to say they. There's some more iron. But that should be fun. They were playing Craft to Exile. I was playing it very slightly. As you guys know, I kind of disconnect from servers with my internet stuff. And I can't play that a ton, but it'd be nice to play that and maybe help out with some of my mod pack reviews. Because I haven't done a mod pack review in a while, and just to be completely transparent with you guys, it just takes like a while to review these packs. And kind of at the start when I was reviewing mod packs, I didn't put the most effort that I really should have into them, because I really didn't think people were even going to watch, just being completely honest with you. And then a lot of people started watching, and I was like, you know what, I should really make sure I know what I'm talking about with all these reviews. So I try to put more and more effort into them. And with that, you just got to play them a lot. And, you know, sometimes I don't want to sit there and grind a mod pack I don't really like, or something. So I took like a small break in that sense from those. But like I said, like Stone Block 4 would be a great one to do, or even like Craft to Exile. I'm playing with them, which through my limited time playing it was definitely really cool. Super cool RPG mod pack if you guys have never played. Okay, this is a massive cave. Do I have... No, I don't. It is 6 a.m. though, so I might... It's kind of just jauntering around. I did forget I actually only need 1 diamond to upgrade my gear. Or my pickaxe at least. But... I need the 1 diamond, and then I need a diamond upgrade, which is going to cost a bunch. Oh, I got amethyst shards. Amethyst shards, but no geode, huh? I probably ran past a geode, and you guys are like, you just ran past a geode. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm just not fighting these mobs. I'll be straight up with you. I'm really just looking. I'm actually going to take my escape rope out because I'm really looking to dip awfully shortly. What you want from the geodes is not necessarily the amethyst shards, but the amethyst chunks, because you can mine a ton from them. Alpine Paradise achievement. Huh, weird. I'm not seeing... I do like that the ores glow, but I'm not seeing exactly what I need to see. That silk is great, though. Whoa, you just see that glow squid? That glow squid just jumped down. Poor guy. Okay, these guys are like similar to the Ortises. And you gotta break them until they explode. But they're low-key not even that worth it. He just gave me some lapis. I do love breaking these vases. Tell you what. More zinc. I know there's some iron over here I kind of neglected. I have 16 iron. That's really not much. Whoa! I thought that creeper fully exploded, but he didn't. He did not. Okay, let me just... Okay, let me just fall into a hole. Let me be clear. He just disappears. Y'all know what I'm talking about? There's a lot of monster boxes as well. Kinda crazy. This cave goes awfully deep. I think I'd find a diamond or two. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it. What's the point? We're gonna head back up and head home. For the journey, let's see, sheep, chicken. Is that something? Oh, those pelicans. Okay, there's pelicans over there. I was like, what the heck? I'll also take these potatoes. Now, if you guys see a wild turkey, yell. Because turkey mayonnaise is busting. Just gonna kind of toss this stuff into the bundle. Might as well. The night is... Alright. How many times can Roman sing before you guys take off your headphones and leave? Got him. Yes. This is what we need. Silk, silk, silk. Silk is amazing. Realistically, we just need to make like... I mean, 4 of those merino wools will get us the crafting terminal. So just a bit more than that will be big chillin'. We definitely need some more storage. These berries, though. But them berries, though. Let's see. Run, run. 300 blocks from home. There's really not a lot of great fast travel in this mod pack. There is waystones, I should say. They're just very gated behind some late stuff. You know what? I actually want to try to tame a dog. We got 2 dogs, y'all. Let's go. Waystones are very hard to get, very endgame. There's a cool pathing system where if you connected like 2 farms with a path, like when you right click with a shovel, that kind of path, and then signs, you can actually teleport along that path, which is very cool and very vanilla friendly in that sense. Definitely fits with the mod pack, but The only downside is kind of like caving. But you get the skull cavern, and we won't have to cave anymore, you know? Once we unlock the skull cavern, we'll be big chillin'. You just gotta farm up quite a bit of money to get the skull cavern, which sounds harder than it really is. Yo, what is this? Oh, it's an owl. It was like sitting down. I was like, what the heck? What's good, fellas? See, the things actually didn't even sell because we actually weren't in range. Or the chunks weren't loaded or something, which is kind of crazy. But we will toss all that in there. We will start smelting up some raw stuff. Toss these things in there. Coins, anything we got in our bundle. A few coins. Let's grab this silk while we're here. Okay, we got a bunch of garbage in our inventory. We definitely need to do some inventory management. So, did any of these grow? See, I don't think so. There was some lychees that we didn't harvest. Lychees are proven to be not too bad. You know? Not too bad. We can get rid of the bison meat. A bunch of random garbage there, to be honest. Is our loom done? No. Okay, well, I think this is a decent place to stop. But right before we go, I'm going to catch a single fish. Okay, maybe that can be like a running thing on the this. Oh, we actually have a bunch of poisonous potatoes. It's actually worth a decent amount. Or we get a fishing rod. And I know you can make the better fishing rods and stuff. Do we have to buy it from the fisher? And it costs 2,000. Okay, we're gonna wait on the fishing gimmick. I was gonna say we fish at the end of every episode and you have to guess what fish we pick up or something and you get a prize. I don't know. But that's not gonna work. But I think that's a good place to stop. I think we got some good stuff done around the farm. I know that's not my regular skin, but thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to get more episodes out this week, especially today, tomorrow, record them. So stay tuned for that, and let me know what you like, what you dislike in the comments. Hopefully one of those likes is my cat shirt. As you can see, it's probably the coolest shirt I own, I'm not going to lie. So definitely drop a comment if you like the cat shirt, and I'll know you stayed till the end of the video. But everybody, take care, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.